Hey, good afternoon. It's about 5:30. I just got off the MRT, the subway, the underground, here at the Rama 9 exit. I'm going to meet my girlfriend Boone on her way home from work. She jumps on around, somewhere around Mochit, up in that direction. But we're heading over to the Jodd Fair, or Jodd Fairs, I forget which it's called, night market. She wanted to head over to the train market, but then her girlfriend said it's only open Thursday through Sunday and it's Tuesday afternoon. So we're gonna head over to this night market. I'm sure she'll do a little shopping and eating. Maybe a cocktail will be involved. This Rama 9 exit is one street up from Phetchaburi, or two train stations up from Asolk. And across the way is the Fortune Town Mall. You can search my channel search bar. I did a Fortune Town Mall, went through every store on every floor in there, except one guy complained I didn't point out the DIY. Okay, I probably didn't point out the 7-Eleven either, but yeah, DIY is just that, a do-it-yourself store. You can find all kinds of plumbing and knockoff tools in there. It's fine. Nothing really to point out when there's cool record stores and different places to buy turntables and any kind of electronics equipment. Fortune Town is the way to go. And the central Rama 9 Mall, typical mall, movie theater, all the stores will be in there. Behind the mall is the night market. But we always meet at the train station to make our life simple. You can head into that night market area and there's just going to be tens of thousands of people. I think I am about 10 or 15 minutes early. She gets off work at, it's supposed to be 5:30, but sometimes she slips out at 5:15, 5:20. It's about 5:30 here, so she should be over here in no time. I'm waiting here with some nice air conditioning. And I've mentioned it in a couple of videos. I'm just reminded every time I walk into this mall. I was down at Terminal 21 and I wanted to see a movie that started at 10. And these movies run at least 20 minutes of ads. So it was like 9:30, wasn't looking good. So the movie wouldn't have came on till, 10:20. There was a movie that started up here at 9:30. It was exactly 9:30. I figured by the time I jump on the train, go 2 train stops up, I'll be there 5 minutes before the movie starts. But it was in Thai. So you have to, outside of the more touristy area, Sukhumvit Green Line, you really have to pay attention to that EN for English or TH for Thai on some of the popular movies. If it's Top Gun or whatever it is, the further you get away from Sukhumvit, I'll say 90% of those movies are going to be in English with Thai subtitles. But when you get down just a little bit away, happened to me here, it's going to be in Thai, dubbed in Thai. And maybe once a day they'll show it in English and 3 times a day in Thai. So just pay attention. I thought I was getting lucky on the time, and it was just a wasted trip for me. It's all about the night market today, but you're going to get what you pay for with imitation clothes and that kind of thing. I stuck my head in this Robinson department store. This is probably my favorite in Thailand. I think they have them in the Philippines too. There's a Robinson near Terminal 21. It's just a department store. It's all name brand items, Pierre Cardin shirts, that kind of thing. But rather than a Pierre Cardin store, if there is one in the mall, here everything seems to always be on sale. 15% off, 20% off, 40% off. And it's all in here. Yeah, I like this store. Hi. I don't really need anything, but if I need a quality little backpack, it's all in here. I see it up against the wall there. American Tourister, Kelty, all the different name brand items. It's fine to go with these imitations at MBK. Yeah, it's fun to buy all that fake Nike backpacks, but sometimes the thing will last a year. Sometimes the zipper will blow up the second time you use it. Yeah, trust me, I'm not much of a name brand guy, but if you want original items, this Robinson's probably your best bet rather than going into a specialized store in the mall. That's just high so over here, high society in my eyes. Anyhow, if I want a nice set of sheets, I'm not going to buy them at the Ralph Lauren store at the mall for $150 a sheet. You could probably get a decent set in here for maybe not Ralph Lauren, but quality sheets for $50 or $60. You can get a $15 pair of package of sheets, but they're going to be 200 thread count and feel like something I laid on in the Navy, wool blanket wise. And I might be a little spoiled in the sheet department. Once you hit those 800 thread count Egyptian sheets, it's hard to go in reverse. And also across the street there at Fortune Town, that is the place you're going to want to bring your iPad, phone, laptop, anything with a cracked screen. They'll do that at MBK, but Fortune Town, it's probably a little more precise in there. It's the place to go. So here's all the stands on the outside before you even get in. This Father Beer, craft beer guy. All kinds of things. Hi. Oh, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, no shortage of food. No, I'm not eating bugs.
Just like
Boone's pointing out the scorpions. You eat those? You do. You do not. You don't, you say. No, you don't eat a scorpion. All right, let's go buy you a scorpion and see you eat it. Little octopuses. All of a sudden, she's not hungry for scorpion. I wish maybe we would have waited another hour or so. See, look at here. This is a whole new area, Boone. Over here, they kind of started this whole area, and there's another back area. This was not here. Yeah, it's new. That wasn't there 6 months ago, the last time I came. And I stopped by probably 2 weeks ago, just briefly, and it started to rain, so I got out of here. But this area, and as far as that other condo building, the market now goes. So it's almost doubled in size. But it's huge, and it'll go well into the evening. The problem, though, is during the rainy season, you can see there's no cover. So when it rains, you just make a run for it. In this area, in the next couple of hours, 8, 9, 10 p.m. will just be hundreds of people kicking back, having drinks. What are you pointing at? She's pointing at the fish. You having some seafood tonight? Yeah? And some good looking tails. Lobster's still expensive anywhere in the world. You're gonna pay by the kilogram here. It's gonna be cheaper than a restaurant. Well, that is a restaurant. I meant cheaper than a fancy sit-down restaurant. All kinds of guys trying to hustle you into the restaurant. Hi. And Boone just pointed the 300 baht haircut guy. She wasn't happy. I went to the Never Say Cuts for 500 baht plus a tip. He's like, ooh, that's way too much for a haircut. But I don't know. It's kind of that one of them manly barber shops. You walk in, they hand you a beer. Here's the Thai tea, 50 baht, 60 baht. You getting a Thai tea? All kinds of choices. There's your durian. You want a durian smoothie? Yeah, she goes for the durian. I've had it. I don't hate it. I don't know. It's banned in many places, like the MRT hotels. They say no durian. Maybe if you toss it in the wastebasket, it gets a little funkier. It's not that crazy to begin with. Yeah, the place is starting to come alive. This is, of course, where you're going to come for food, but it's also a good spot to get your nails done or clothes shopping. I just walked past a secondhand shoe guy. It was all kinds of Nike and Adidas. Here's the beer guy. That seems like a good idea at this point. So all kinds of food. They're passing out little samples. I'm not even that hungry, but just seeing all this food, I'm getting hungry fast. And on the edge here, oh, here comes, look at that, is that a Chinese tour group? Here comes the buses dropping up loads of tourists checking it out. Hey, the more the merrier. But on the edge here are more permanent little restaurants. We're in the back area. I think I remember a second area back here. Let me cut back here. Yeah, see, there's a whole new area that I think is new back here. Yeah, here come the tour buses. Look at all the tour buses across the street, Boone. So this is kind of close to a sulk, so it's probably a good place to bring the tourists. I get hit by a motorbike here. This area over here, it seems to be a little bit more permanent. These roll-up doors. Well, maybe it's roll-up doors on the other side. I'm not sure. It's kind of cool though. All kinds of little perfumes and nail shops, barbers, and of course food over here. All kinds of seafood. Alipay, that's the Chinese Apple Pay or Google Pay. You probably won't find Apple Pay over here, but Alipay is everywhere. Stands to reason there's just tons of Chinese tourists. There used to be a vintage clothing guy over here somewhere, and he had mailman shirts in there. He must have got them from a thrift store or something. But yeah, I used to be a mailman, and funny place to find some of my old shirts. And here's another secondhand shoe guy. I mean, they're polished up and clean. Nothing wrong with that. And as we left the Jodd's Fair, we wandered in here to the, what is it, the Central Rama 9 Mall? I think that's what it's called, right across from Fortune Town. And they have a Watts in here. We're real familiar with the Watts over by O'Shea's and the Rail Oak, Soy 33.5. It's a cool little store. It's a Japanese store. Most things are 60 baht. So there you go. It's a notch above a 99-cent store in the US. Some things are a little bit more, but everything's straight from Japan. So it's all quality goods if you're looking for little, whatever these are, like little sushi plates and all. It's a fun store. We are about 5 minutes after 8. Nice little dinner. I am jumping on the MRT here at Rama 9, heading 2 stations up to Sukhumvit, and then I'll probably walk home from there or jump on the Assault BTS. We'll see. So Boone headed off in the other direction towards La Prau. I got off here at the Sukhumvit MRT station at the Assault BTS. I'm now walking up the street. You can see 8:30, it's still bumper to bumper. I don't know where I'm going, but I don't feel like heading home, and it's not raining, so I'm out for a little bit of a walk. It's roasting hot though. 8:30 at night or not, it must be 90 degrees. Maybe it's not quite that hot, but with all the traffic in between the buildings here, it's easily 5-6 degrees hotter than on one of the side streets. So I'm heading off in the direction towards Nana, maybe grab a beer and see what's going on. Yeah, Sukhumvit's a real interesting area in between Asulk heading up towards Nana. Just watch yourself. If you're gonna have any kind of trouble anywhere in Bangkok, it's probably gonna be in this little section of town. I mean, there are some 5-star hotels located in this area. There's also every kind of scam artist and pickpocket. Just be a little careful in between Terminal 21 and the Nana Soy 4 area. Soy 4 area, try saying that 3 times. And right here on the corner is the Burger King and the 15hotel.com. This is Soy 15. Take a quick right. Just a short ways up is the Hooters on 15. There's another one on Soy 4, and you'll find the 4 Points by Sheraton next door. And in between Soy 15 and Soy 13 is the beautiful Sofitel Hotel. And not even 100 feet straight ahead, Soy 13, you take a right, you'll find a bunch of pool and dart places. There's even a store selling cues and professional darts. What are those places? Breakers. There's 2 pool halls called Breakers and the Sportsman. It's a good little place to watch American NFL football. I think a little crowd forms in there at 11 o'clock for the early game, 11 p.m. On the corner of Soi 13 is the popular Margarita Storm. Across the street from that is the very nice hotel, the Hyatt Regency. I'm heading down Soi 13. Maybe grab a beer at one of the pubs. It's busy tonight. It's kind of good to see everybody out and about enjoying the evening. I wish I could say it was a cooler evening. It rained most of the night yesterday, so that definitely cools things down. But it's back 15 degrees hotter this evening. This is the Miami Old School Hotel. Back in the day, I think this was a fancy place. Today, I think you can get a $25 room. And I'm not sure which came first, but the Breakers is the first bar you'll find. I think they have 2 pool tables. Well, it says 3 top quality pool tables. And then there's another Breakers just a 1-minute walk from here. And in between the 2 Breakers is the Trendy office and plaza. I know this is the place to go for visa issues, maybe get that Thai bank account opened. This is just kind of expat central, this whole area. So this Trendy building, I think it has 3 or 4 different, we'll call them fixers. And I don't know anything about this place, VFS Global. Let's see, Indian passports, Croatia, Denmark, Latvia, on and on. And once again, I don't know anything about Visa Pro, but it's right in the lobby. And it says we go to immigration every day, extension visas 30 days. That's pretty simple to get, but I guess you can pay somebody to do it. A retirement visa 1 year plus a 3-month non-O. Work visa, family visa, visa runs, border runs. Open account with a Thai bank, Thai driver's license. Here's another place, MCT. This is just in the lobby alone. And I think there are more upstairs. I believe there's also a language school if you're interested in trying to get that education visa. I think these days it's no longer online and kind of a, I don't know, a loophole, I guess, to just stay in Thailand. These days, I believe they test you, and you better be making some Thai language progress to stay in the kingdom. And here's another one. So there is no shortage anywhere really around Bangkok, but just in this building alone. This is the 3rd one I've seen in 50 feet. Extensions, visa 30 days, retirement visas, on and on. Here's that store, Asia Billiards, pool, snooker, dart, and game specialist. Looks like they have a nice jukebox in there. But yeah, all kinds of beautiful equipment, and it is right next door to a place I've hung out a couple of times, the Red Lion. Pretty affordable drinks in the Nana area, which is unusual. I want to say 95 baht bottles. It's not uncommon to spend 140 or even 160 when live music is happening. And right next door is Breakers. I think it's 6 pool tables. And there's probably a half dozen massage places. As you head up on the right is a German beer house. I think it's associated with the German beer house over on Soi 11. And then right next to that is the Sportsman. Nice little place. I don't know if this place is coming or going. I don't remember it. So the Please Don't Tell pub and pool, live music. Maybe it's opening soon. It's a German beer house. It's a nice place. Beers are a little expensive. I think for whatever reason San Miguel Light is 160 baht a bottle. And that's my go-to beer, so I don't spend much time in there. It's a nice little street though, Soi 15. I've mentioned it in other videos, and many people say they've always stayed at little hotels down the way. Up above the, Sportsman is the Live Lounge. They have a music comedy. I know they have a comedy night up there. It also says the Bangkok Bears Rangers Supporters Club. Okay, so the Rangers football team, and that is the Sportsman down below. So you can see this Soi 13 has plenty of sports bars, and this is really the place to come for hardcore pool and tournament action. Also dart tournaments. There's also pretty good lunch and breakfast specials here at the Sportsman. Once again, if you're looking for a place to hang out and watch NFL games, I was down here one time, and I think I took off at 3 in the morning, and guys were still hanging out waiting for the second game. I'm not sure if they unofficially kind of stay open all night for that late game, but with the time difference and all, I believe Sunday's first game kicks off at either 11 at night or midnight, depending on daylight savings. But come down, check out the Sportsman if you're an NFL guy. Many of the other bars around town, O'Shea's, Royal Oak, these kind of places, they have a license which I think is more like a restaurant license and oftentimes close up at midnight. This must have a bar license, 2 in the morning, and maybe even that's pushed a little bit. Hey, so thank you so much for following along tonight. This little run starting at the Jodd Fairs and then making my way down here to the Nana. I'm going to head in, have a beer, relax. There'll be more videos to come. We will see you soon.